Water is fun, water is refreshing, but water can also be quite dangerous. If you've seen our other videos, you'll know by now that we love water parks, and I'm always down for a swim in random pools around the world. Whether they're natural or man-made, it's always fun to go for a dip in the water. Especially if you're like me and you live in a hot place. Tucson, Arizona sucks. But sometimes bodies of water can be misleading, and what seems like a fun and adventurous journey to a swimming hole can turn into a tragedy if we go to the wrong spot. Number 5. The Potomac River, USA.
Believe it or not, one of the deadliest stretches of water is right here in our own backyard. The Potomac River Gorge and the Great Falls of the Potomac.
Rivers are usually places that inspire peacefulness and calmness. They can be very relaxing, and they're the perfect escape from the stress of everyday life, especially for people who live so close to them. And when waters are a bit more rough, rivers become the perfect place for some whitewater rafting or other adventurous things. But whatever you decide to do in rough waters, I just hope it's not swimming. The Potomac River is a great example of what could happen to you if you decide to do that. In this river, which is located between West Virginia and Maryland, you will find some rapids that can easily pull you down to the bottom of the river. The water pressure will make it difficult for you to breathe, and eventually that will keep you from finding your way out. So perhaps this is not the place to swim without the proper gear. Maybe a picnic on the shore and dipping your feet will be enough for a cool outdoor activity. Number 4. Blue Lake, Russia. Blue waters are generally appealing and luring. The more blue a body of water is, the cleaner we think it is. But the Blue Lake in Kabardino-Balkaria, Russia is a bit different than other blue lakes you've seen before. This one has grabbed the attention of scientists and people in general due to the blue color that comes from the high amounts of hydrogen sulfide in it. But what's more interesting about it all is that it doesn't matter how interesting this place is. People have still not been able to explore the bottom of the lake. For that reason, people have decided that it's best not to swim in it since no one knows for sure what kind of creatures might be living at the mysterious bottom of these waters. It's a strange mystery, that much is for sure. And while we let experts figure out what's happening at the bottom of this lake, it's better if we find another place to swim. Number 3. Lake Kivu, Rwanda.
Lake Kivu in Rwanda is one of East Africa's Great Lakes.
Lake Kivu is part of the African Great Lakes and is located between the borders of Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Due to its geographical position, it has been the scenario of some of the most important historical moments of the continent. This was especially true in the 19th century, when different groups were fighting for power. But another interesting fact about this lake is that it is considered one of the most dangerous in the world due to its explosive nature. In other words, this lake tends to erupt from time to time, and that is because its ground is unstable and influenced by the movements of a volcano in the area. Now, an erupting lake doesn't mean that it's going to blow you up into pieces if you're swimming in it. Instead, Lake Kivu releases plenty of carbon dioxide into the air. And if you know about chemistry in humans, you will know that CO2 is a substance we should stay away from. It's kind of why we have carbon dioxide alarms. Now it's time for today's best pick. The picture I have for today shows a big and threatening wave in what appears to be one of the worst surfing experiences for the people in this picture. Let's check out one of the most dangerous places for surfing and swimming. Number 2. Puerto Escondido, Mexico. Puerto Escondido has what many people consider to be the heaviest beach break in the world. This sounds like a dream for all those adventurous surfers who want to put their abilities to the limit. But beware, if you don't have the skills to endure this type of wave, you might find yourself carried away by some powerful undercurrent. In fact, just making it to the spot where the waves break is already an accomplishment. People who have been here say that paddling out to catch waves is already a thing you can celebrate, as it's not an easy task to make it that far into the ocean. And being able to catch more than one wave in a single day is also quite rare. All of those who manage to do it can say they survived one of the deadliest waves in the world. This spot has claimed the lives of many people, including kite surfers, professional surfers, and regular tourists. It surely looks like a beautiful and impressive place that I would like to visit, but I'm not sure I would like to go that far from the shore.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. Nyiragongo, Democratic Republic of Congo. The place at the top of the list is not the one that you would necessarily visit because you need to cool off. Instead, this is a place you'd likely visit if you're feeling cold, just like when you look for hot springs in the cold mountains. However, do not mistake these hot waters for hot springs. The Nyiragongo is in fact home to one of the hottest swimming holes on Earth, but those holes are also considered part of the largest lava pit in the entire world. So, unless you want to boil yourself to death, you might not want to make use of these swimming holes. Not only is it dangerous for its lava, but the place also releases plenty of toxic substances that will make you suffocate as soon as you inhale them. In fact, you don't even need to get inside the lake to get these substances into your system. You could catch them just by hanging around the shore.